Good morning, friends. We have completed the first two chapters of costing, cash flow statement and funds flow statement. Now we will move on to another chapter, the third one in cost accounting, that is marginal costing. So let us look at the different concepts related to marginal costing. I will start with the introduction. So introduction, we have already seen that it's a special technique which may be used for different methods of costing for assessment of profitability. We actually in business take decisions, managerial decisions. So these decisions are based on several combinations of cost. So first let us understand marginal costing from CIMA London point of view. Their definition is it's a ascertainment of marginal cost and the effect on profit of changes in volume and type of output by differentiating between fixed cost and variable cost. So meaning of this is, now if you read this particular definition, it says we have to first ascertain marginal cost and then find out what is the effect on profit with the changes in volume by changing combinations of fixed cost and variable cost. So another meaning, if you want to see, marginal costing is a technique of cost accounting which pays attention to the behavior of cost with the changes in the volume of output. So we are all studied about behaviors of cost. Behavior of cost, we have fixed and variable cost. So that effect, how it changes on the volume, we are going to see. So let us look at the features of marginal costing. So in this we divide all the cost into fixed and variable. Only variable costs are considered in the determination of cost of the product. Okay, the fixed cost is considered as a period cost and not included in the product cost. They are taken as expenses in profit and loss account. Okay, the stock of work in progress and finished goods are valued at marginal cost of production. Fixed costs are charged against the contributions earned during the period. The price is fixed based on the marginal cost and contribution. The excess of selling price over marginal cost is contribution, that we all know. The profitability of departments or a product is determined on the basis of contribution margin, and it is not an independent method of costing like process or operating costing. It's a technique of cost control, decision making and assessment of profit. Now the most important one is what are the assumptions in marginal costing. So if we look at the assumptions in marginal costing, we can say that first, all the costs are divided into fixed and variable. Now let us understand what is this fixed and variable costing or cost. So you all know, in case of our cost behavior, we need to divide cost in the base on two aspects. One is fixed cost, another one is variable cost. So fixed cost remain fixed for different levels of output, whereas variable cost varies with the output. Okay, so that way we divide the cost, and for this cost of determination of cost of product, we take only variable cost, because we identify that variable cost is marginal cost. So fixed cost are period costs which are taken in profit and loss account. Okay, so of course it doesn't mean that we don't take fixed cost into account. We take fixed cost into account, but it is taken as a part of profit of the company, or we, while calculating the profit, we take into account that particular expenses. Then the selling price per unit remain unchanged at all levels of activity. So second assumption, which is the most important one, is sale price of a product per unit remains unchanged. Usually sometimes, but majority of the time, selling price remain unchanged. You take for example soap, If it is 100 gram soap, it is priced at 20 rupees, then 20 rupees for all 100 gram soap, whether you buy 1 or 100, it will be 200 rupees only. So 20 rupees only. The selling price per unit remain unchanged at all levels of output. Variable cost per unit remains constant irrespective of level of output, and fluctuates directly in proportion to the changes in the volume of the output, which means to say variable cost is like variable cost per unit is constant means it remains same. So variable cost does not change, but there is an argument that sometimes variable cost varies, not in direct proportion, it varies. But here it says actually the meaning is actually variable cost varies in proportion to output. Then fixed cost remain unchanged or constant at the entire volume of production. So they also say that fixed cost which remain unchanged for any quantity of output, there is no limit at all. So for any quantity of output or any quantum of output or any level of output, whether it is 100 units, 1000 units, 2000 units, 2 lakh units, 20 lakhs units, fixed cost remain unchanged. Volume of the product is the only factor which influence the cost. So another very interesting assumption is the volume of the product is the only factor which influences the cost, which means to stay it is volume or the output which affects the cost or which makes a difference in cost. So these are the concepts which we are going to study under this particular session. So session 31, that is third chapter, the first session focuses on introduction. We have understood the basic introduction of this marginal costing. We looked into one or two definitions. Of course there are 3 to 4 definitions, but we have seen that the basic aspect is we are going to see what is the changes in the profit by differentiating the quantum of output and uh, by levels of changing the output. But major thing here is we identify cost behavior and take into account fixed and variable cost. So then we also looked at the features of marginal costing and assumptions of marginal costing. So I would like to further say that we are in the third chapter, which is marginal costing, and where we have to look at different concepts of marginal costing also. But in today's session basically we understood what is the introduction with regard to marginal costing, what is it marginal costing, what it is, features and their assumptions. Okay, thank you very much.